I was born in a village hidden between two great rivers. We were surrounded by forest, mist, and fear. Every morning, before the sun touched the roofs of our huts, the elders would pour palm wine on the ground and whisper to the gods. They said our lives depended on it. We believed everything they said, because if you didn't believe, you disappeared. The village of fear. Our people worshipped many gods: the god of thunder, the god of water, the god of death. But there was one god no one spoke about aloud: Ojuoka, the god of balance. The elders said he demanded blood to keep peace between the living and the dead. When a baby died, they said Ojuoka was angry. When the harvest failed, they said Ojuoka was hungry. And when the river flooded, drowning homes, they said we hadn't sacrificed enough. Every season when the moon turned red, we held the cleansing. It was the day someone was chosen to die, to restore balance. No one ever knew who it would be until the drums started. By nightfall, the chosen one would be gone, and the villagers would dance and cry at the same time. That was our life. And no one ever questioned it. Not even me. The arrival of the stranger. One year after a long drought, the elders said Ojuoka demanded a pure soul, a child born under the crying moon. That child was my cousin Ame. She was only 10. Her mother screamed and begged, but no one helped. The guards dragged her away. The drums began. That night I couldn't sleep. Her cries haunted me. Even the wind sounded like her voice. When I looked at the moon, it seemed to bleed. A few days later, rain finally came, and everyone said the gods were pleased. But for me, the world lost its color. Then something strange happened. A man arrived in our village. He wore no charms, no beads, no feathers. Just a simple cloth and a wooden cross around his neck. He said his name was Chaik. He told us he was a messenger of a single god, a god who gives life, not one who takes it. The elders mocked him. They said, "If your God is so powerful, why did he let you walk into our land with empty hands?" But Chaik didn't argue. He just smiled and said softly, "Because my God needs no blood." The doubt. At first, people ignored him. No one dared listen to his stories. But he stayed, helped the sick, shared his food, and spoke kindly to children. Soon even I started to listen. He told me stories about a world without fear, where people didn't kill to live. I wanted to believe him, but fear had already built a home inside me. One evening, an elder died in his sleep. Everyone said the gods were angry that Chaik was still in the village. The chief called for a meeting. They decided Chaik would be the next sacrifice. I'll never forget that night. The night of the red moon. The air was heavy. The sky looked strange, half dark, half glowing. The drummers were already at the shrine by the river. The chief stood beside the sacred tree, holding a knife made from bone. Villagers surrounded Chaik, chanting words that made my skin crawl. But Chaik didn't fight. He just stood still, calm as water. When the chief raised the knife, Chaik spoke, not loud, not angry, just steady. He said, "If your gods are real, let them take me now. But if they are not, let their lies die with them." Everyone waited for thunder, lightning, anything. But the night stayed silent. Even the wind stopped moving. Then something happened. The shrine began to shake. The ground cracked open, swallowing the altar. The torches blew out. And from the darkness came a bright light, like fire but cool, glowing softly. People screamed and fell to the ground. The elders tried to run, but the fire surrounded them without burning. Then the river rose, calm, clear, washing over the shrine and putting out every flame. When it was over, the night was quiet again. Chaik was still standing. The altar was gone. And for the first time, no one was dead. The morning after. When dawn came, the river had swallowed the sacrifice ground completely. The drums were silent. The air felt different. The chief gathered everyone and said, "The gods have left us." But Chaik said, "No, the truth has come." After that day, no one ever spoke the name Ojuoka again. The elders destroyed the masks and idols. We buried the sacrificial knives under the river sand. Chaik stayed for one more season, teaching, praying, and helping rebuild the farms. Then one morning he was gone. No one saw him leave. Some said he went to another village. Some said the light took him. Years later. Now I'm an old man. The children in our village don't know about Ojuoka. They play by the same river where people once died. The trees are greener. The sky feels lighter. Sometimes when the moon turns red again, I sit by the river and think of my cousin Ame. I wonder if her spirit finally found peace. And I whisper a prayer, not to the old gods but to the one Chaik spoke of. Because that night, when the fire glowed and the river rose, I didn't just see a man stand against fear. I saw freedom. I saw faith. And I saw the end of blood. Some gods feed on fear, but truth, once spoken, can starve them forever.